All right, hello. We're doing a live drive. Oops. No, don't that the seatbelt's going to be in the way there. Trying to find a spot for the microphone. Oh wait, hey, let's put the microphone on the seatbelt. That will work actually, at least until I unbuckle. But I've got the stream setting up to my tablet as a secondary monitor, which is pretty cool. So I can actually see what's going on. I'm actually not streaming live because I'm going to be going where there's no signal. But should be good drive. We'll be posting this online. Maybe doing creating a stream, a post, a pre-recorded stream, or a stream of this pre-recording. Sunglasses. And you gonna get the music? Yes, there we go. Yay, the music. Hey, that's a great song to start off with. Hallelujah. I just got my freezer working, or a freezer, I should say. Not just working, but I got a freezer, finally. Oh my goodness, you are a horrible parker. Some people do not know how to drive. Let's see which way we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out this way. I think it'll be okay. It usually is. What? I don't know what that was. That just fell. Right. Oops. Doing a dance with a big pickup. Lord God omnipotent reigneth. Oh darn. Maybe not. So yes, I just got a freezer, finally. It has been 3 years, over 3 years, that I have not had a working refrigerator freezer. And it has been an absolute struggle. Because food is a lot more expensive when it's not frozen. No. Oh, come on, what are you guys doing? You're staying over there, so I can go ahead and jump out. So I'm going to turn. Alright. It's a small freezer that I got. It's trying to not stub my toes, and hopefully it won't slide around too much. I don't have it secured right now. Hopefully it's small enough to not be problematic. Oh man, her dog is pulling. That's not good. You need a little bit more control over the dog. Hold the leash a bit closer, but it can be difficult. It can be very difficult to control a dog that wants to go much quicker than you want to go. Lived in a place that had a dog, and that dog I took it for a walk once, and only once. It wasn't my dog, so it was my responsibility, but hung out with the dog. I medicated with the dog. The dog was old, had bad arthritis, and so I'd eat cannabis stems, because cannabis helps a lot with things, including for pets. And not horribly, but you just drop something. But I am going to be, now that I've got a freezer, I'm going to be driving back up north, back up the coast, back up to San Simeon where I used to be, because it's much better up there, and I don't get cops knocking on my door telling me I'm not allowed to exist in town at all. Let's see. Yeah. Try to make it so you can see what's going on outside. Maybe I'll figure out how to edit this in a way to brighten up the interior, or figure out camera settings to reduce contrast. So it gets a little bit more of the interior, a little bit less of the exterior brightness, and maybe be able to see me a little bit. See more than just the outside world. But it's cool having a 10mm lens that I can do this with. Let's hit the random. So I've got going right now portion up through partially from letters and numbers and symbols to partway through D of artists of my music through the years. Finally found all my music, and apparently we got a lot of dubstep here. It's gonna be a bit different and really not good for the speakers that I have in my RV. I don't know how much the microphone's going to be picking up of the music or how much it's going to cut out. I may figure out how to run it through something a little bit more, so it's into the computer and then out through the stereo. That would be the ultimate. Yeah, I think there's some songs on here I'm going to be deleting. But it is only partway through these, and it's taken a day and a half. I wasn't working constantly on it, but I get distracted for a while. So probably 5 hours of copying. 4 or 5 hours of copying music so far, and quite a long ways to go. Oh, we want to do... Darn, I was picking up some weed. Oh well. I guess I don't need a free pre-roll. Or a penny pre-roll. That's okay. Whoa, dude! Watch out, bicyclist. I don't want to run you over. And seriously hoping I don't end up with a fail video, or recording a fail video here. That's always my concern when I actually put on the camera, is I might be jinxing something going wrong. Like, this guy, what is he doing? Okay, at least there was nobody behind me to be impatient at my slow turning and going around there. But, yeah, so the other day, Sunday, today is Wednesday, Sunday I was hanging out at the beach up here, or in the parking lot, like I had been for the last couple months. And I had been rather sick that morning. Not related to alcohol, related to a hot sauce and cheese. And that didn't go well for me. So, I was sick the next day. Oh, and rice. The bread, it turns out, is rice. The gluten-free bread is rice-based, and I'm allergic or have problems with rice. And so it was problematic. So I was sick the next morning, and then canceling going to visit my parents, and then ended up getting a knock on my door from some police telling me I'm not allowed to park there anymore, and that I'm not allowed to park overnight in the city. Try to remind them that that is medical discrimination, and overnight parking bans are unconstitutional for that reason, because they specifically target the disabled who cannot afford housing or campgrounds. And so we ended up getting back up, and another guy, two very young cops, and they were not understanding that they were violating the Constitution that they swore to uphold by enforcing an unconstitutional, discriminatory law that takes away the rights of the person to... That is a male Jeep? Is that official? It looked like she was on the left, seated on the left side of the vehicle, so maybe not official, but I don't know. Either way, that was a cool thing. I don't know if you... Yeah, you're probably able to see it. But anyways, so he started quoting all these vehicle codes and trying to say this is not a home, which is a motor home. It is classified as a motor home. And so he didn't accept that, and that I was taking up 2 parking spaces because I'm a large vehicle, and apparently that's not allowed in a public parking space lot. In a public parking lot, not allowed to take up more than 1 space. So an oversized vehicle, somebody who lives in an RV, who's stuck with this, cannot take up 2 spots end to end. I'm not talking about going sideways perpendicular and taking up 4 spots. Talking parking in the correct orientation, just down that road there. Correct orientation, but being a longer vehicle. Apparently that's not allowed. So the beach, Pismo Beach, is no longer accessible for me because of the size of my vehicle and being disabled. And because I have medical issues which frequently prevent me from being able to drive, especially in the evening. At night, I cannot drive. And so for public safety, I need to be able to park someplace overnight for more than 8 hours. That is why it's a medical issue which overrides the limitations that take away the rights to exist, just to be as a person on disability in capitalist America, where housing is really expensive because we got to pay for somebody else's profits at the expense of somebody who can't afford to pay for food. And so I have food stamps, and they give me $23 a month. $23 a month for food stamps, because disability had a cost of living adjustment, because everything costs more each year. Prices go up, and so each dollar is worth less for buying food, for buying actual food, nourishment. So the money is worth less than it was, and food stamps, USDA, does not make the adjustment for inflation and, oh gosh, more construction up here. Hopefully there's not too much up the coast. Ooh, that's a pretty dolphin. Nice. I love the Toyota Dolphin. I almost bought a Toyota Dolphin, but it was manual, and I decided my knees could no longer take it. And because my knees have been getting bad, specifically my left knee, and trying to drive a manual transmission, it's not easy on the left hand or with a bad left knee. Ooh, somebody went off the highway through the fence back there. Fence had been knocked down. Man. Right. Yeah. Here's one of the other spots that I frequently stay, or occasionally stay here on the right, way down in the corner where that white BMW is. I'll frequently park there, but once the construction started a couple months ago, that was no longer a feasibility. And I've discovered that Addy Street parking lot was being okay, was not being enforced for overnight parking bans. And so I stayed there, was parking there for a couple months, and just like out at Port St. Louis, when I'd been there a couple months, and it was totally okay, nobody saying a word about it, all of a sudden, knock, 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 you're not allowed to stay here, it's an overnight parking ban, we're going to fine you, give you a citation if you don't move, or we're going to tow your home. Tow the only thing you own, the thing that has all your possessions, everything you are, we're going to take it away from you because you're disabled. That's what the cops were telling me yesterday, or on Sunday, that they were basically going to, because I was not feeling stable enough to drive medically, they were going to tow away my home, steal my vehicle, steal my home, grand theft auto, grand theft home, kidnapping, or arrest, an illegal arrest, being arrested for being disabled, for being medically unstable, which is huge, and it's got to be Disabilities Act violation. It's got to be. And an Eighth Amendment violation, excessive fine that causes unnecessary hardship, excessive fine or penalty that causes unnecessary hardship. Taking somebody's vehicle and home, especially when that vehicle is a home and they're living in it, that is an excessive penalty that causes excessive hardship, unnecessary hardship, over something as pitifully as being medically unfit to drive, to having medical issues. Yeah, I'm quite angry at Pismo Beach. I did email the Chamber of Commerce. That's not the correct organization to email. I need to send letters to the actual city council for all 5 cities down here, and for SLO and Morro Bay and Los Osos and Cayucas and Cambria and the county of SLO, and I would assume Atascadero, Templeton, Paso also have the overnight parking bans, which many cities and counties throughout the country, and including within the state, have ruled unconstitutional medical discrimination, and that they do not take into account medical issues, public safety concerns. Yeah. I don't have my water bottle. That's problematic. That's actually rather problematic. Da 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 da. Well, I'll when I get into SLO, so you have to go through downtown SLO because it's easier than taking the tight off and on ramps between 101 and 1, or on the junction. Easier to go through town than the tight corners of the off ramps. Yeah, there goes my door rattling. It's locked, but it gets loose. Don't exactly want to pull over here. I have pulled over there in a 22-foot bread truck, but wasn't carrying bread. I was carrying 20-foot long pipes, drilling pipes, water well pipes that were sticking out the back end. And so the tailgate of the truck was open, and I'm driving this 3 or 4 speed manual truck with no wind, no air conditioner or anything, no power steering. Did thankfully have a lap belt. Yeah, just a lap belt, not a shoulder strap, just a lap belt. And the pipes were all the way up to the front and kind of blocking up, going up against the transmission or the shifter. So it made it difficult to shift through all the gears once the pipes settled. Oh. And wasn't able to get it pipes back unsettled, and it was even worse. Oh man. It's been a while since I've driven these distances. Hopefully where I'm going up in San Simeon will have sufficient signal to do what I need to do to upload and hopefully stream. It'd be nice to be able to stream up there. You know, sit outside above the ocean and stream, talk, maybe play my saxophone. Oh, I forgot to grab the clarinet. Darn it. Darn it, darn it. Since I missed... darn. I was rushed picking up the freezer. I forgot to grab the clarinet. That is unfortunate. But I do have the recorders, Sempronino to bass recorder, and the tenor saxophone, and a keyboard, and kazoo. Yeah, maybe I'll do some kazoo streaming. That'll be great. Do some live learn kazoo songs. Whoa, wind! Holy smokes! Wind coming off the hills. Hope I don't lose any of the solar panels. Shouldn't. They're all secured good. Yeah. It's nice to have full solar hooked up now. I got 400 12-volt watts on a 12-volt battery, lead battery to the house for lights. I just changed the second light up to LEDs. So I now have lights in the back of the RV as well as the middle of the RV. I guess kind of, well, yeah, I guess this is the front of the RV. The middle is the kitchen area and the back is the bed. So now have full bright LED lights all throughout, and with using hardly any electricity, I can basically keep the lights on all night long. I haven't tried that, but I've gone till after 11. And in February, running the lights till after 11, so without it going down past 100% on the battery, so I think I'm good. And then, of course, the 255 on the lithium battery. Both batteries, both the lithium and lead batteries, are 12-volt, 150 amp hour batteries. They're great. We'll see how the fridge does overnight, or the freezer. It is a freezer fridge. It can be both. I'm keeping it down in the freezer temperatures. I got Picked up two dairy-free ice creams, sorbatos, things. You know, the fancy Italian ones. It's the only ones I could find dairy-free without coconut oil, or without wheat even. That was the other thing. There's some ice cream that had wheat in it. Raspberry sorbet with wheat. And I think it also had coconut oil too. The coffee flavored ice cream had coconut oil in it, so couldn't get that. So I got a lemon zest and a French vanilla. Those are both acceptable for my dietary restrictions. And then I got some frozen veggies to make some crock pot stews and some meats to put in those stews. It's going to be super awesome. And then some grilled chicken packet things, the pre-diced grilled chickens. They're pre-cooked. It's just something easy to throw on the grill or on the skillet to cook up for a quick meal. Otherwise, I got some day-long planning for meal, which I can run off the 400 watts of solar on the lead battery. At least I should be able to run the crock pot off that. Right. Is there a spot I can pull over at some point here? Real quick. Not easily, soonly. So I can grab a water bottle. Good old San Luis Obispo. Okay, please make that jog. Good. Oh. Nope, that's not available spots. I'll come up to this next. Just a little bit further up. Yeah. Make sure I don't hit anything. Okay, I'm not taking up too much space. Oops. Okay, let's grab the water bottle. Oh, right. All right. Let's get this back going. Wait for this truck to go by. Without hitting the trees. This road used to be a lot wider than it is. Is that working okay with brightness? Maybe I'll go reduce it a little bit. Oops. No, this way. There we go. There we go. That's a bit better. the British sports car dealership back over there. Of course, I think it's so dark you probably can't see where I'm looking anyways. Can't see my head moving too much. It's been a bit since I've gone through Slow. It's a nice town. I like it. I miss living here. Hey, what's going on? Oh, you were turning. That's why you were stopped there. Sorry, lady, I'm going through. Used to live on this block over here to the left. Not on this side of it, but there's an apartment building over on the other side above some restaurants and stuff, and used to live over there on the 3rd floor with no working elevator. Okay, not this song. So I wonder what the actual, if this stereo has a maximum number of songs that I can actually play or recognize. Because that might end up being a thing. It'll read the 512 gigabyte thumb drive, which I was kind of shocked at. But we'll see how many songs it will allow. I've seen some in looking for something better that, or the Bluetooth actually might work, because Bluetooth doesn't work on this one. And they have had limits of like only being able to read 1,000, 2,000, or 4,000 songs. And oh my goodness, they're ripping up the Japanese garden. I don't remember which it is. The Japanese garden. That's kind of sad. I hope they're not destroying it, taking it out. I hope they're just fixing it. Doing some repairs on it, because I've had some fun experiences in that area. And I mean, I won't again probably, but memories, you know? Doctor Who thing, or oh no, it wasn't. I was dressed as Doctor Who, but it was a anime mini convention thing. Small group of like 15 people dressed up, cosplay, and yeah, this thing might rotate. That could be a thing. This, I believe, is it is a fixed twin. Move on, not on a fix. Oh no, I didn't. That should still be on shuffle. Yes, it's still on shuffle. I don't know, or let's see. Yeah, so stereo I was talking about. Eventually I'm going to come over here to Lombard's and get a proper stereo upgrade. That will be nice when I can eventually do that. What? 433? It was 473 in AG, in 5 cities. 50 cents cheaper and slow on the highway? Wow. I mean, hell. It would have been worth it to drive the 15 miles or whatever on the first to come up here to get gas. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's not on shuffle. No. Okay, now it's not on shuffle. Okay, random on now. The other problem with it only being up through halfway through my D's on artists is it's rather limited. It's much more limited genre of or selection of music. Bouncing, 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 bouncing. We are going to swing into Morro Bay, out to Morro Rock, to oh wait, no, that's got a thing on it, doesn't it? It's got a bar on the trash. I can't use that one. Never mind. We'll be dumping the box in Cambria. That'd be the only spot then that I know of. The place where I got my 300 CDs that I haven't really listened to. Much, because it's surprisingly, or I failed to remember how difficult it is to change CDs. And so I need to get the Sony 300 disc changer. That'll be super cool, but it's of course not a currently manufactured item, so trying to get one is a little bit more difficult. Oh, I needed to eat something too, really. As a question, do I want to, well, except there's that issue. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to move over. Now that there's room to do so. I was thinking grabbing Taco Bell, get a quesadilla, but that's a flour tortilla, which is gluten and bad for me. I need to remember not to get the flour tortillas. And I don't think doing a crunchy taco or even the Nacho Bel Grande would be good for driving. And yeah, I can't think of any other fast food there that would be acceptable enough. Yeah. Need to not pay too much attention to the recording screen. Watch the road. Eventually, when self-technology allows for continuous signal or actual full coverage, then maybe I can stream live and have chat up on my cell phone as a third screen, because I'm using the tablet as a second screen now. Figured out how to do that. It's quite exciting. Come around this bicyclist, show him some respect. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn up the volume, and we'll see how it compares to my old ride-along videos, ride-with-me videos in my Subaru way back on the GoPro 3 Plus Black. Which, oh no, it's not cleared out. Just moved a little bit. It's looking a little bit better over there. The back over that way is the Sanctuary District that you would recognize from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Season 4, I believe it is. Maybe Season 3. Is at least, essentially that's what it is. It is a overcrowding between the animal shelter and the jail, where the homeless in vehicles are allowed to exist in the county. Basically the only place we're allowed to exist, even though the area does not meet any state code for a habitable location or a collectively inhabited location. Cuesta. My college! Let's see. 7.5 years there. I graduated much earlier. Whoa, new building coming in. Wow. Sheesh. Wait. No, they took something out. They took out the administration building. That's crazy. They took out the administration building and are putting in something else new. Wow. Almost makes me tempted to go through, to drive through just to see it. Oh, and it assumed a pedestrian walking across instead of a bicyclist. So now we gotta wait. Oh. Song got cut off and we get jumped onto quite a good song. Man, been a while since I listened to this one. I'm drawing a blank on it. It's not 3 a.m. No, is it? No, it's not 3 a.m. It's through to you. 'Cause I'm late there. Is it laughter on the line? Are you sure you're there alone? 'Cause I'm trying to kiss the rain. That's what the song's called. You just don't sound the same. So don't you go outside, kiss the rain. Whenever you need me, kiss the rain. Whenever you're gone too long, keep it feel. Yeah, I don't remember all the words. Your lips feel hungry and thirsty. Keep in mind, we're under the same skies, and the night is empty for me. As for you, if you feel you can't wait a moment, kiss the rain, kiss the rain, kiss the rain. We'll see how my voice sounds trying to sing that way. I'm gonna bump it out and do it, something like that. No, you miss me. I hear you say you do, but not the way I'm missing you. How's the weather? Is it stormy where you are? You sound so close, but it feels like you're so far. Would it mean anything if you knew what I'm left imagining? In my mind, if I mind, would you go, kiss the rain, then wait for... I should maybe do this one for my other channel where I sing. I don't think I've done this one for that. Over me, blah, 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 blah. Kiss the rain whenever you need me. Kiss the rain whenever I'm gone too long. If your lips feel hungry and thirsty, kiss the rain. Wait for the dawn. Keep in mind, we're under the same skies, and the night as empty for me as for you. If you feel you can't wait a moment, kiss the rain, kiss the rain, kiss the rain. This microphone is certainly not meant for singing. Not a singing microphone. Microphone is a Comica Boom XD. If you want to look that up, it's a lapel microphone. Wireless lapel. I'm not using the actual remote lapel, the wired lapel thing, just the transmitter lapel clipped on to the seatbelt. Actually, if I did use the actual lapel, I could probably hook it in through on the sweater. Ooch. Yeah, getting lightheaded. Because, of course, I haven't had lunch yet. Don't know what time it is. I think it is. It is 1 o'clock. Ouch. 1 o'clock and I haven't had lunch or breakfast. This is not the spot to pull off to do anything, to grab something to munch on. That's why I was thinking about going to Taco Bell to get something to eat real quick. But I guess I could get something and then not drive, grab some tacos, not drive, eat them, then I'll let you get past me, get back over to the slow lane. Struggle going up hills. Ooh. No, that's diesel. That's the truck in front of me. Pretty sure. I don't see a fire back there. Need any smoke. We'll see momentarily if the smell fades. Someday I'm going to get a loopable keyboard. I'm looking at the Donner, not the Akai, but the Donner. The D37, I think it is, full-size keys. I want the full-size keys. If I'm gonna practice on something and learn, I want to do it right. I know what I'm gonna do. Pull over one of these other spots if that's possible and grab the snacks. Well, no, actually, I need to do something sooner than that. Because I don't want to pass out while driving. Let's see. Kind of really, no, the high school is getting out, so no, I'm not going to stop for Taco Bell. I don't want to be surrounded by high schoolers. So I'm gonna go that way, pull over, grab a snack that I've got. Okay, you're going that way sooner, right? Yeah. No, lady, it's my turn. Actually, technically, it's their turn, but it was neither of our turns to go, but we both went. I should have had a blinker on, but I was in the turning lane, the turn-only lane. This road doesn't have pulloverable spots. It's all red curbs. Well, there's that. Uh-oh. Okay, not this song anymore. That'd be one when I can come across that on iTunes, I'm going to delete. Okay, we're gonna pull over here next to this for sale car and not get too close. Just to grab something to eat real quick, or to pull something forward. Use. Got a trail mix thing. Yeah, it's too silhouetted. But this will do perfectly. This one's got peanut M&Ms and peanut butter cups. I need peanut butter cups. That's even better. Oh man, that's good. It's still got the raisins. Because you gotta have the raisins. Sorry, I forgot where the mic was. There are pretzels, which are gluten. I need to reset my ABS. I'm gonna turn that off for a moment. My ABS doesn't like to work, apparently. I'm gonna check on things a little more closely here. Check on the freezer. Freezer is definitely a little bit louder than I was hoping it would be. Could definitely afford to be a little bit quieter, but it's not terrible. Could be a lot worse. Okay. Yeah, that'll be a nice car for you, lady. I think you would enjoy that car very much. I hope you are able to get it. Takes a moment for the stereo to read the music, read the USB drive, because it is large. Which I guess that's why some of them have limitations to number of songs that they can do, because they have to load them all into a database as it pops up, which could be problematic. I don't remember how many songs I currently have. I used to have 120,000. At one point I had broken 120,000 songs, and then my heart... damn, there goes the ABS back on again. Probably need to get brake fluid. Hope I forgot to do that. Didn't get a chance to do that as I was leaving town. Oh well, should be fine. Oh, highway looks pretty clear, so I'm gonna go. Right, head up the coast, getting out of Morro, going through Morro Bay. Last bits of Morro Bay. Getting up to speed. Speed limit here is 55. Is it still 45? I think it's 55. Looks like it might be windy up the coast. At least along the road going up above a Cayucas. That's fine. I've had 50-mile-an-hour winds coming off the side. That was a bit nerve-wracking, but not as bad as the 75-80 up in San Francisco. I was not driving for that. I found a place to hunker down on the north side of the Golden Gate Bridge, northeast side. I do have videos of that on my YouTube channel. No overnight parking next mile. Fuck that. Fuck you. I mean, obviously not on this side of the road. It makes perfect sense to not allow it here. I mean, there's not room. There's not the physical space, or you're going up on the grass. And so, no, you should not be able to park here. But over there on the other side, there's some dirt lots. There's some spots. And those also say no overnight parking. And those are places where homeless people who can't afford housing or campgrounds, could otherwise be able to stay. I mean, granted, you'd have to maintain a clean space, and that's one of the problems is a lot of times people aren't maintaining a clean space. And so that's why it gets ruined. And you got people in cars that don't have a bathroom, don't have a toilet specifically, and who go in the bushes, then yeah, that's problematic. You don't want that. But somebody like me in an RV, or I'm self-contained with a latrine, to make it rhyme, why not? Why can't I exist? Why can't I enjoy a beach? Beachfront property? Yep. At least up this way, I'll be able to actually spend time outside, feel more comfortable going outside and doing things outside. Where I was, although I was right on the beach, right on a big old huge flat beach, but there's a lot of people and lots of things to do, and a job basically was there for me as doing surf photography, but nope, I can't do that. Not allowed to park near the pier as a disabled person because I have an oversized vehicle. Because yeah. Don't remember if the, I think the Vixen was able to fit into a single spot. That would have been nice, but also a lot less storage space inside, especially, like none of the stuff above. I mean, would not have been able to have my things in the Vixen. That's a Vixen RV from late 80s, mid to late 80s that existed. And it's a really cool little thing. I was going to get one out of Idaho, and then the shop, as I got the money and was in negotiations with the shop, they decided, after I'd contacted the shop, said, hey, I want to try to figure out how we can get this, how I can get up there and pick it up, or how it can be delivered, something. They decided to remove the catalytic converter, making it so I could no longer register the vehicle in California due to smog requirements. And I didn't feel like having to move to another state in order to do the registering and stuff. And so I ended up not getting it, and ended up getting this instead. It's a fair bit bigger, bulkier, much worse gas mileage, much better storage, extremely comfortable. And I've got a propane stove and oven where I would have been on a alcohol stove with no oven. And at least for a while, I had a bigger freezer than what the Vixen has. But then, of course, that didn't last long due to having to park on angles, not being able to park level properly. When you can't park at a campsite, in a proper campground, then it's pretty difficult to park flat. And I don't want to put out leveling blocks, because that makes it look too permanent. Alright. Yeah. So here in these spots would be another great, I really wish it could stay. But no, it's not allowed. Though I think I have seen people doing so. This rig here looks like he's somewhat permanent. And he's set up, stabilized. He's parked there long enough to run into town to get supplies and come back to his vehicle. Now, is he leaving it there solely for that purpose? Or is he planning on staying there longer, coming back? maybe call highway patrols, find out if they are enforcing the unconstitutional overnight parking bans. Yeah, but I have come down this way at early hours in the morning, sometimes before 7 a.m. Come down the road, down the highway, and seen people parked there, and sometimes with windshield covers on, so looking like they're clearly there for overnight. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Now we're getting back to solid lines. I have not yet tried to stay in one of these spots overnight. I was going to try and stay in one of these spots overnight. Then I got a call from my mom that her oldest brother passed away. And so I immediately drove back home. Just hightailed it out and went home and to be with my mom for that. Her oldest brother, like 13 years or 17 years older than her. So we weren't close. So it must be like 15, 17 years older. So basically, he was out of the house when she was growing up. So they were never close. And then, well, he was a pastor. And so a bit more conservative than should be. Come camping with me. Oh, you're state ranger. But anyway, sorry about that. My whole brain just went blank. Some of the state park rangers up here, at least that one, rather cute looking. Sorry. But all right. Now we've reached the end of the no overnight parking. However, I'm not going to stop up here because signal's not good enough. I'm just going to go all the way up. And plus I need to get rid of the box for the freezer, because that's a big box that takes up a lot of space. So I head up all the way up into Cambria, drop that off, and then head back all the way up to San Simeon to Mishport. Now the question is, do I go back to where I was before last summer, getting where the guy was honking at me in the early mornings, or do I go the rest of the way up past Hearst, and try to find something that might be usable overnight, maybe. Oops. Here's another spot that I stay frequently up on the left there, but traffic wouldn't have allowed me to get into that spot either. And there's no signal there, no cell phone signal. So I tend to avoid it. Yeah. I mean, though I do have vehicles behind me, I am going 63 and a 55, so they can't complain too much about me being here. They've had opportunities to pass. I have previously been told can't park on the west side of the highway, but we can park overnight on the east side, which most of the time is not too big of a deal because you can just jump across the street, hang out in the parking lot during the day, jump across the street at night, and jump back in the morning. It's not too bad. Seems kind of ridiculous because it increases danger, actually, and it's more dangerous to be parked on the side of the highway than in a parking lot well off the highway. But whatever. I'll try to find out if it's going to be okayed, or at least excused. They can decide not to enforce it, allow it for medical issues, because medical things, medical. Disabilities Act overrides anything else. Yeah. I don't need to pull into Harmony for anything. There's some cool stuff in Harmony. One of these days I'll pull back into Harmony and maybe even take the camera in. Obviously won't be able to stream, but figure out something. And maybe I can even someday figure out a wireless connection, because I'm supposed to be able to Wi-Fi my camera to my phone, tablet, or computer. If I can Wi-Fi my phone or the camera to the computer, then I can use OBS to record the feed from the camera in the camera app, which would be good. Which would be cool. Then I can walk short distances around and still have the camera recording or potentially streaming, which would be pretty dope, I think. At least be able to walk down onto the beach a little bit out of cable distancing, north of Gorda. Okay, I am not going north of Gorda, but it is unfortunate that Highway 1 is closed north of Gorda. It's a fair distance north of where I'm going, but not as far as I would like to be able to go. It's closed this side of Julia Pfeiffer, which I really like Julia Pfeiffer. It's a good, although there's no cell signal there, it's a really neat spot. But I guess where I am going will ultimately be better, because some self-signal, at least in one of the spots on this side of Hearst Castle, there's cell signal. Don't remember if there was on the other side. But I don't know if that one guy is going to blast his horn at me again, continue doing that, or if my police report actually resulted in something. Probably didn't, because I did it online and it wasn't through the right, exactly correct thing. And it wanted a physical address of an event taking place. And the highway doesn't exactly have physical addresses where you can... I mean, there are addresses for along the highway. And I did attempt to use the nearest one that I could pull up, but that's not a postal address, and so it would not accept it. didn't accept the address that I tried, so I ended up putting in the address for Hearst Castle, even though it did not take place at Hearst Castle. I never heard anything, never got anything in the mail responding, saying that something was done about it. So I don't know. Kind of almost want to go a little bit through town just to check on the gas price, because I don't think I can see it from the road. Hopefully I'll be able to keep gas usage minimally enough to not need gas next month. It's the middle of the month now and I'm at a quarter tank down. So we shall see, but this is using a lot. And it's going to use a lot to go between San Simeon and Cambria for the groceries. Though I should still be able to, especially now with the freezer, I should be able to keep multiple days, go several days without having to come into town. Before, it was like every 3 days I had to come into town to get groceries. Now, hopefully, I can go 5 to 7. Ah, damn it. There goes my anti-lock brakes, freaking out on me. Let's give that a moment. Let the ABS reset itself. That was rather unfortunate having to stop here. Frequently end up getting stuck at these stoplights, and I do not like them. Oh, it takes a while for music to come back. What's this smoke up ahead? I hope it's something purposefully controlled, and not something too major. I mean, this Parks Rec guy went past it. So, and it's definitely a fire of some sort. It's white smoke. They got a new pope up here. What's going on? Oh, it's way down. Oh man, yep, there's firefighters down the hillside. Okay, there's another one. I think it's a controlled burn. I think they're doing a small controlled burn on the hillside there. And the ABS light's back on already. Yeah, probably need to get brake fluid. I'm gonna check on that up away when I'm up in San Simeon. Probably check that tomorrow. And then a couple days, come back into Cambria and see if I can find a place that has brake fluid. Probably, hopefully, either the gas station or the grocery store will have brake fluid. I'm going to take a jog through town. Hit my blinker, excuse me. Wow. Oh, right. That's each time I stop, I have to hit the X. Ah, no doubt. Spider webs. That's probably going to get copyright. That'll likely for sure get copyright. Got a message. Yeah, $4.99 there, or $4.89 there. And not that. Yeah, definitely slowing down through town. Nice. Guy playing guitar on his tailgate, or ukulele, or mini guitar. One of my best friend's uncles owns that restaurant, the one just behind. Maybe get something. Whoosh! $5.59 here. Not 4 something. $5.59. So when I do go to get gas, I'll probably drive all the way back into Morro Bay, because it's a bit too expensive up here. I can get propane up here, but not gas. This one, because I want to go straight across so I can get over to the beach to throw away the trash. To get rid of this giant cardboard box. See if Tayog is back here. The guy chewed me out for parking in his spot. The spot that he likes to park in. We shall see if he is there. I think his name was Donald, like my grandfather's was. Oh man. Cambria. Moonstone Beach. One of the best beaches. With the driftwood. I like beaches with driftwood. I gotta get a new toilet paper stuff stick. Oh, man. It's been so long. I wonder how much damage occurred. I haven't been up here since the big storms. It's looking pretty crazy right now. The wind's pretty strong. He's hitting the waves pretty bad. Another offshore storm. Oops, I'm going a little fast. I'm going 28. Get back down to 18. Speed limit is 25. I think that's kind of fast for, although I was, like I said, I was just going 28. I've been through here so many times. Oh. Not going to be able to give this bicyclist the space he needs. Damn it. You give me a little bit of room, my buds. Hate having to pass bicycles when there's oncoming cars, because then I can't swing wide. And I like to swing wide for bicyclists. Don't think I'm going to shut off the camera because I'm going to be quick into my recording. Run through stuff as quick as I can, dump my trash, and get back on the road. Swing around this guy. Ouch! Spent a lot of days here. Do like this place. And I can overnight across the street. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Leave it. So I'll be stepping away for a moment. Be right back. All right, coming back in. Let's grab a few more minutes before taking off again. Oopsies. Fantastic. That actually stayed working. Forgot to plug in my phone and tablet. That's not good. Really not good. Just drained their batteries. It's going to take forever to at least charge up the tablet. Because the tablet doesn't hold battery very well. It uses a lot and it takes a long time to charge. That's the worst thing, is it takes a long time to charge it. Generally, you can't have the screen on when I'm charging it because it uses so much. Around out here so I can do a U-turn. What are you doing, lady? Hey, do that right. Yes, it did that right. As right as I can. Hold up there, buddy. Really, dude? Really, dude? You've really had to come going around while I'm pulling out? Of course, you got all these Blue Lives Matter things and flag code violations. You're probably a cop. You understand that you just Well, whatever. But when I was backing out doing stuff and you decided to go around while I'm kind of, well, while I was backing up into what could have been his space and blocking the road more so than he was coming around. Whatever. Not surprised he'd be a disrespectful driver based on all the Blue Lives Matter flags. With the sheriff sticker, so you probably are an officer. You know what? Sorry, but fuck you. I'm sorry. I will support police when they are going after criminals, but when they go after the homeless or are just randomly doing absolutely nothing, I'm against them. I mean, I shouldn't be against them when they're doing nothing, but only when they're abusing their power and being jerks and killing people like that one right there. I don't know. That was another cop. Police vehicle. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I've been harassed too many times, and I've known other people who have been harassed too many times, and I've seen too much on the news of police killing people that I no longer am Blue Lives Matter blanketly full support. That's a cop there, undercover cop. That's one of the places that I frequently stay. Or no, not that. Not that. That one. I believe they said, yeah, that's no overnight. On that one, they made sure that's not allowed there. But that's a fun spot for during the day. But they don't want people camping right outside the campground. That's basically what you could be doing. So it makes sense. George. All right. This house over to the left here, my dad did geological work for their coastal bluff that is collapsing and is eventually going to take the house down. I do frequently park here. This is the right side here. That is an excellent spot to stay the night and even spend a couple days. Nice to see that it's not occupied by construction equipment like last time I was up here. So that's the possibility of things. As usual, photograph the zebras there. I'm going to keep it at 55. Speed limit is not 60 or 65 here, it is 55. There's the town of San Simeon. Now the question is, do I want to stop at my previous spots last year, or do I want to go look up the coast? I think I'm going to stay down here for now. I don't know, because I used a fair bit of gas today, and I don't like using a lot of gas in a single day. Where's my mileage at? I'm at 96 miles for this month, so it means I'm well ahead still. Um, hmm. It's not this one. I want the other one. It looks like we got a couple people over there. Take the second entry. That guy's... How full are you? We should see. Okay, good. I got my corner available. Things go flying. Yeah. Of course, the people in the spots that I'd like to be. Oh, wow, this is not as level as it used to be. Ouch. Quite not as level as it was last year. Oopsies. I don't want to go too far that way. Yep, that didn't quite work as well as I wanted it to. That'll do. We're gonna chill here for now. Yeah. Oops, at some point. When did that? Hopefully that was just right then and not a while ago that got messed up. I thought I was looking down at it. All right. Well, anyways, oh, doesn't look like we can get enough light on me. Side. So, anyways, well, whatever. We're here. Oh, crap! Laptop fell. Laptop fell just then. Hopefully, nothing too terribly broken. Horrible if something broke. No, I can't tell right now. We will find out here. It looks like it's okay. All right, well, I'm going to stop the recording and then clean up stuff from the recording. Well, and let's see, wait, let's check my cell signal. Oh yeah, I got full bars of 4G. Should be good. Hopefully that'll be enough to do some stuff. Anyways, give you a look outside. Proper good look. It's gorgeous. I'll go do some outside filming too at some point. I'm gonna rest for a little bit, eat something, and set up a chair outside. So thank you for joining me on this drive. I would probably figure out more of these, but they'll be shorter. They won't be this long because I won't be driving this far anymore for a while. Hopefully. And hopefully I can not get too bothered up here like it was last year. Cheers all! Oh man, I left a teapot on the oven, on the stovetop the whole drive. Surprised that did not fall over in that last moment there. Anyways, time to go! Oh wait, it's out down here. Goodbye!